Once upon a time, in a small town nestled among rolling hills, lived Nancy and Harmony. They were best friends who loved stargazing and learning about the wonders of the universe. One early evening, they decided to visit Dr. Stella, a friendly astronomer who's always excited to share her knowledge. "Welcome, Nancy and Harmony." Dr. Stella greeted them with a smile. "Today, I want to take you on a journey through the cosmos, exploring the incredible concept of electromagnetic radiation and the history of space exploration." Nancy and Harmony's eyes sparkled with excitement as Dr. Stella began her story. "First, let's talk about electromagnetic radiation," Dr. Stella started. "It's a type of energy that travels through space in waves. These waves can be long or short, and they make up what we call the electromagnetic spectrum." Nancy raised her hand. "What is the electromagnetic spectrum?" Dr. Stella continued, "The electromagnetic spectrum is like a rainbow of different types of electromagnetic radiation, arranged according to their wavelengths. Wavelengths are the distances between the peaks of the waves. Shorter wavelengths mean higher energy, and longer wavelengths mean lower energy. Visible light, which is the light we can see with our eyes, is just a small part of this spectrum. It includes all the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Each color has a different wavelength, with red having the longest and violet the shortest." Harmony nodded. "So, what are some types of electromagnetic radiation?" Dr. Stella explained, "Some other forms includes radio waves, microwaves, infrared light, ultraviolet light, X-rays, and gamma rays. Each type has different wavelengths and energy levels. For example, radio waves have long wavelengths, while X-rays have very short wavelengths." Nancy was fascinated. "How do we use this knowledge to explore space?" "Great question," Dr. Stella replied. "We use space probes to gather data about objects in the universe. These probes are like robotic spacecraft that travel far beyond Earth to collect information and send it back to us. Let me tell you about some famous space missions. In 1981, NASA launched the first space shuttle. It was a reusable spacecraft that carried astronauts and cargo to space. Then, in 1998, the International Space Station, ISS, was built. It's like a giant laboratory orbiting Earth, where astronauts from different countries work together to conduct experiments in microgravity." Harmony said, "What about Mars?" Dr. Stella smiled. "In 2003, NASA launched the Mars exploration rovers, Spirit and Opportunity, to explore the surface of Mars. These rovers sent back amazing pictures and data, helping us understand the red planet's history and geology." The same year, the Spitzer Space Telescope was launched. It observed the universe in infrared light, allowing us to see things hidden from visible light, like dusty regions where stars are born. Nancy was curious, how do astronomers compare different tools they use to learn about space? "One useful tool is a Venn diagram," Dr. Stella said. "It's a diagram that uses overlapping circles to show the similarities and differences between two things. Let's use a Venn diagram to compare the Hubble Space Telescope and the Spitzer Space Telescope." Dr. Stella drew two overlapping circles on a piece of paper. She labeled one circle Hubble and the other Spitzer. "In the Hubble circle, we write things that only Hubble does, like observing invisible light. In the Spitzer circle, we write things that only Spitzer does, like observing in infrared light. In the overlapping area, we write things they both do, like being space telescopes that orbit Earth and help us study stars and galaxies." Nancy and Harmony watched as Dr. Stella filled in the diagram. It looked something like this. Hubble, visible light observations, launched in 1990. Spitzer, infrared light observations, launched in 2003. Both, space telescopes, orbit Earth, study stars and galaxies. This Venn diagram helps us see how these tools are similar and different, giving us a clearer understanding of their unique contributions to astronomy, Dr. Stella concluded. Nancy and Harmony were thrilled with everything they had learned. They thanked Dr. Stella and promised to keep exploring the universe. As they walked home, Nancy looked up at the sky. "There's so much out there, Harmony. And I can't wait to learn more," said Nancy. Harmony nodded and replied, "Me too, Nancy. The universe is full of mysteries, and we're just getting started." And so, with dreams of stars and space probes in their minds, Nancy and Harmony continued their adventure, exploring the wonders of the cosmos, one discovery at a time.